Howdy again. This is Cat and Pat, and this morning we're not straying too far from home. We're just going down to Boulder City, spend the morning down there, Hemingway Park, and hopefully see
the bighorn sheep.
Bighorn sheep. I have yet to see one. Cat, on the other hand, has had the good fortune. After we do that, we're going to have some breakfast, cruise around Boulder City, point out some hot spots there, some pretty cool stuff, good history there. So we'll see you when we get to Boulder City. So we finally made it to Hemingway Park with a wonderful view of Lake Mead, even though the level is really low. We're on one of the hiking paths right now, looking for the bighorn sheep, which is what this park is mostly known for. They actually have a ram cam, so you can get online and hopefully see the sheep on the internet. Not that they're surfing the net, you know, they're on the camera grazing and drinking water and everything. But basically, whereas we're on the hiking path, it has a couple of hiking trails, which are really nice. It's about a 10-acre park. It has a playground, gazebos, basketball courts, horseshoe pits, and 2 lighted tennis courts and 2 lighted softball fields. So it's a very nice park. And like I said, the visitors can walk the trail. There's bench seating along the way. It's beautiful. And again, the main attraction for this park are the bighorn sheep, which I have still yet to see. I am batting 0 as far as this goes, and Kat has seen up close and personal on the train in Boulder City, which we're going to talk about another day. She has seen the bighorn sheep there. So we're meandering back up to our car because we're going to head out for some breakfast in Boulder City. And so we'll see you there. Not quite a total strikeout, thanks to Kat's eye. We have quail right ahead there. I'm going to try to get a couple of pictures of them because this camera isn't going to quite zoom enough and I don't want to scare them away. But there they are, a couple of quail. So as we cruise down the main drag of old Boulder City, I want to give a little history. The land which Boulder City was founded was a harsh and desert environment, and its sole reason for existence was basically the need to house the workers who were working on the Hoover Dam. Men hoping to work for the dam project begun settling along the river in tents soon after they arrived. And they had ramshackle edifices which were collectively known as Ragtown. Due to the sheer scale of the dam and the duration of the project, Bureau of Reclamation had decided to create semi-permanent houses for all the workers and their families. The town was designed to house approximately 5,000 workers. The status of the workers on the Hoover Dam was of course reflected in their house sizes and locations. The managers were housed further down the hill. The most important employees, because they have to have the best view, their residents were at the top of the hill near the apex. The managers, of course, were further down, and the manual laborers were farthest down the hill and, of course, away from all the public buildings and everything. Boulder City, to keep the workers working, they prohibited alcohol and gambling, and that was partly due to what they were doing on the job and partly due to the proximity of Las Vegas, which had a notoriously rowdy vice district. The government did not relinquish control of Boulder City until 1959. That's when the town was incorporated. Boulder City's incorporation ceremony took place on the 4th of January, 1960. The city council selected pharmacist Robert Broadbent as the city's first mayor. The city charter approved by the residents still prohibited gambling within the city limits, and making Boulder City one of 2 cities in the whole state of Nevada where gambling is illegal. And although gambling is still banned in the city, alcohol was allowed since 1969. Now, interestingly enough, we have 2 hotels. We have the Boulder Dam, or the Boulder City Hotel, which is brand new, and there's gambling allowed there, but it's on a private parcel of land, so they can have gambling. And then you have the Railroad Pass Casino, which is technically in Boulder City, but has a Henderson address. So that are the two exceptions to basically the Boulder City no gambling rule. And we're just coming up to the end of old Boulder City, and I hope you enjoyed the brief history on that. So after a quick 5-minute drive, we're now in Boulder City proper, old downtown historic Boulder City, heading to, as we can see up ahead, the Coffee Cup. Suppose they have really, really good breakfast and food there. Looking forward to trying it out for the first time. Heard nothing but good things about it as well. So it's kind of neat, it's kind of historical in the way that they do business there. As we walk down the road towards it, it actually opened in the spring of 1994. They have visitors come from all over the world. Like I said, it's very well known here. And some of them actually bring coffee cups from where they're from. So it's kind of neat. So that they come here to just enjoy the peace and quiet, aside from the bus running downtown. And they relax and they have some real home cooking. The Coffee Cup is an American diner. They do American food, as they say. And they do breakfast and lunch here. So we're looking forward to getting inside, seeing the interior, maybe picking up a coffee cup, because, you know, that's the way I roll, and having some good food. So I wish I was big. Everybody remembers the 1988 movie, Big, starring Tom Hanks, when he goes to the infamous Zoltar machine and makes the wish to make him big. What most people don't know is that Zoltars are actually born in Boulder City. They're crafted from start to finish in a warehouse tucked back in the town industrial area. Two of the fortune tellers have remained in town. I'm talking all about you, Zoltar. There you go. So Zoltar's giving us some wisdom. But there are two of the fortune tellers that remain in downtown Boulder City. We have the Big Kahuna, which is backed by the Coffee Cup. And then we have Zoltar, which is in front of Grandma Daisy's candy and ice cream parlor. We're going to go on in here and take a little look because there's some cool stuff inside. Not only do they do candy and ice cream and chocolate treats, but over here, if you might have heard of, there's a Zoltar Museum. This is it. So they actually sell Zoltar coffee cups, magnets, socks if you're interested. But one of the cool things that Kat and I both really appreciated is the old traditional candy. And if anybody grew up in maybe upstate or the Northeast as a kid, the infamous Bonomo's Turkish Taffy. One of our favorite childhood treats we had. You buy that, put it in the fridge, wait to get nice and cold, take it out on the sidewalk, throw it down, it would crack. You'd open the package and eat little bits of your Turkish taffy. So we're probably going to do that today, buy some Turkish taffy, and kind of enjoy some nostalgia. All right, I'm doing it. I'm going to wish I'm young and skinny. How does that sound? What is Zoltar going to tell me? It's not as good as when I'm big, because I'm looking to aim the...
I'm going to go this way, so there's no reflection.
Has a word of wisdom for you this day.
I wish I was young and skinny.
Laugh last, think slowest. Stay alert, my friend, and laugh heartily and quickly. For a small fee, Zoltar will tell you more of his secrets, and wisdom is priceless.
There you go. There's my ticket. All right, and it says...
I am Zoltar, the great gypsy,
You are.
and I can see your fortune. Come see it too, no?
So what it says, how accurate, you are very quick-tempered, quick to get excited, and quick to cool off. This will cost you some dear friends. Next time something happens to you, slow down and choose to respond with logic instead of reacting with emotion. Good advice for anybody. So I did Zoltar, one of the two of the Zoltar machines here, and Kat is going to do the Big Kahuna.
Do not be afraid of the winds of change, my friend, for just like the tide, everything that rises must fall. The future awaits, and therein lies a great deal of happiness for you. Play again, my friend, and I'll tell you more.
I'm just waiting for the dude. There you go.
Okay, here we go.
All right, what's your fortune? If you can get it.
You're very strong if you could pull this paper out of the machine. It says, oh, it's terrible. It says guilt. Recently, you have made a mistake that you are dwelling on. I am here to tell you that no amount of guilt can change the past, and no amount of anxiety can change the future. Carrying around the weight of your mistakes does not serve you or the people around you.
As you can see, coffee cup's a little busy.
Stop punishing yourself. It's time to jump off the endless hamster wheel of guilt. Forgive yourself and move on.
There you go. Good advice from the Big Kahuna.
Yes.
So we're inside the museum at the Dam Hotel, at the Boulder Hotel. And as I talked about earlier, you talked about the caste system and the lower class and upper class, the managers and all that, and where they lived. And we move along and you kind of see some of the conditions in which they worked under, or they had their chow. They had their mess hall there. Some resources. So it's really just a small little museum you can kind of go through in probably a matter of just minutes. But it's interesting because you get a little bit of the life of the crew that helped build the dam, and it's kind of cool to just kind of see and meander through. Probably about maybe a 5-10 minute tour if you just want to do a quick walkthrough. And there's some photos of the old encampments when they first started doing the dam building. And remember what I said earlier, they called it Rag Town when they first started, before they got the housing. And finally, there's a bighorn sheep. May not be alive, but I'm seeing one right now. So score 1 for Pat on this one in this museum. Well, we made it back from Boulder City. I got comfortable because I'm home. It's time to go ahead and finish off the wonderful Boulder City trip with some childhood nostalgia, Bottomless Turkish Taffy.
From Grandma's
Candy Store,
yes.
yeah, where the Zoltar Museum is.
Right.
So, again, as in tradition,
I don't think I broke my
one more time. Oh, yeah.
I think that's broken.
Oh, yeah, it's all from. There you go.
Does it taste good?
Good.
That's good. Well, I'm not gonna get mine open.
Sure.
I would be serious.
Hold your hand out.
Very, oh my goodness.
Nostalgia. See you guys next time.